Yo, what is good everyone? It is your boy Savvy here, and thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over 5 more very useful tips for learning claw. Some of you guys may know already that I made a claw tips video way back, and I decided to make another one since it's been so long since the last time I posted something like this. So if you guys are excited for this video, then make sure to give this video a fat thumbs up. Don't forget to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram. Those links will be in the description below. So with all that out of the way, let's just jump straight into the very first tip for learning claw. Alright, so for tip number 1, this one really isn't a tip, and I've already mentioned this previously before, but I always feel like I have to say it, and that is it takes 1 week to learn. That's all it's going to take for you guys to get it down, and with all of the other tips that I'll be mentioning throughout this video, I can guarantee you that it will make it so much easier for you guys to learn. I've made many claw videos on this channel in the past, and for most of them I do mention that it can only take up to 1 week to fully feel comfortable with it, and I've helped so many people make the switch over to claw, and I've seen some of you guys' comments saying it really doesn't take that long. So trust me when I say this, it's one of the most useful tips / motivational things that you should know about claw. So moving on to tip number 2, this is something I haven't mentioned in any of my claw videos previously, and it is super relevant to the subject, and that is wrist rotation. And what I mean by this is for some people, they have smaller hands, and it can be hard to find a comfortable position for your hands to grip the controller. So if you look at my right hand, this is how I would normally grip my controller, but since I have bigger hands, I don't really need to rotate my wrist that much. But for some of you guys out there, this might be a very useful tip for you guys to try out. So all you really have to do is just rotate your wrist a little bit to the left, and that's basically it. That's all you guys have to do, and this can make a world of a difference if you're having difficulties gripping the controller and feeling comfortable with it. So make sure you guys give that one a try if you haven't done so already. So for tip number 3, this is also something I haven't previously mentioned in any of my other claw videos, and this one has actually personally helped me in the past when I was learning, and that is trying claw in another game. This one can be extremely helpful, especially if you're having trouble pressing X and R2 at the same time, and if you understand what I mean, for example, it's like jumping and shooting, you're basically pressing X and R2, or like jumping and placing a wall, you're also pressing X and R2, and you kind of understand how difficult it can actually be. So for me, I played the game Burnout Paradise, which is a car racing type game, and on that game you have to press X to use your boost, and you have to press R2 to drive the car. And all I did to get used to it was drive circles around the map holding X to boost as well as R2 at the same time. And that basically helped me train my fingers to get used to that difficult positioning, and when I went back onto Fortnite, it felt 10 times better than it previously did. So definitely give that one a try and let me know down in the comments which other game has helped you learn claw better, and that is going to be tip number 3. So for tip number 4, this is something I wish someone had told me before I started to learn claw, and that is it's okay that your hand will start to hurt. So for me, I really wanted to stop my progression due to my hands hurting a lot, but I found out a little later that it was completely normal, and all that really means is that your hands are getting used to a new way of holding the controller. It's just like anything else you do that your body isn't used to. So for example, like working out, if you guys don't do that as much or even at all, then your body will start to hurt and get sore, but before you know it, you'll be feeling comfortable with it, and it's no different when learning claw. So don't feel discouraged if your hand starts to hurt in the beginning, because that is 100% normal. So for the 5th and final tip that I have for you guys today, this is something that I have previously mentioned before that I would consider a very underrated tip for learning claw, and that is switch with a friend. I know I have mentioned this one before, but I feel like I need to mention it again because of how helpful and fun this can actually make the experience for you guys. So if you guys are deciding to make the switch, then why not have one of you guys' friends also make the switch with you? This can help with the consistency and motivation to stick with it, especially if you guys are learning off of each other and helping each other out with personal experiences that you guys may have during the switch. And it can also make it really fun because you'll have someone who is going through the exact same thing with you. So that's a very useful tip. So this one I would say is very underrated, and I would highly recommend this tip, and that is why this is the 5th and final tip that I have for you guys today. Alright, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope this video can be helpful for you guys. Make sure to comment down below your guys' experiences with all of this, and if anyone is having any trouble, just let me know down in the comments and I will do my best to help you guys out. So thank you guys for watching again, and don't forget to leave a like on this video if it helped you out, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace. you.